if a report has an appraisal done that's going to be submitted, Vivian's the one who's been helping me with order appraisals, so she already knows on regards to saving the documents. So most likely when you guys get the file, the appraisal documents, if the appraisal has come back, these first 2 questions, you would just hit yes. If you don't have an appraisal, just hit no. So this appraisal has been sent to the borrower. That's something that we do when we get the report. Again, Vivian's the one that's been helping me with that, and she's going to be saving all the documents. So when you guys get assigned to review the PTDs, these appraisal documents should already be there. Let me see. If for whatever reason we are doing the, we're getting the appraisal and it's not through one of our core values that we don't have this delivery confirmation, then you would just hit NA. But these are appraisal documents. This is our delivery confirmation. So that's been sent to the borrower, yes. Now, the value of the report. When you open up the appraisal report, sometimes you'll have a cover letter. That cover letter will show you the borrower's name, the value, the property address, and then it'll have the appraiser's contact information. In this case, they don't have that, but this is our appraisal address here, this top one here. And then if you scroll down to about page 2, 3, this bottom here, it has the value. So based on a completed visual inspection, the value of the home that the appraiser is saying, it's $255,000 as of this date. So when in the Calyx point, you want to make sure that that value that this report shows is matching our value here. Okay, this was updated. So right now it would be yes, but if it wasn't, then you would hit no. If it's lower, then we would have, that's when we would have an issue. And we always need to make sure we let the loan officer on file know as soon as possible. Even also when it is at a higher value, you want to let them know. But it's always important that you let them know when this value here is lower than our purchase price, because now the borrower has to bring in extra money to cover the difference of value to what the purchase price is. Okay, again, when you let the LO know the difference, you want to let them know, hey, the value came back at 255 and the purchase price is 251,900, which is, in this case, it's good. If let's say the value came in at 245, you want to let them know, hi, whoever our loan officer, this case, let's say Peter, please note the appraisal value came at 245 and our purchase price is 251,900. No, the value came in lower than expected. So at that, please let us know how, or please advise how you would like to proceed. If they would like to proceed as is, then the borrower would bring in extra money to cover the difference depending on how we need our LTV. Or, so for example, 24,500, this LTV here shows 97. If we change it, it goes up to 99. For loan purposes, this file needs to be at 97. So that means the borrower needs to bring in more money to get this down to 97 again. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Also, the appraisal here, we have this in the same page, about 2, sometimes it's on page 3, so that's why I say 2 to 3. This appraisal is made, we want this box right here as checked off, as is. That being said, that this value is for the property as is, so there's no changes that the property needs to have or anything. If it's this subject to completion is checked off, this one here, that means there's something that needs to be fixed in order to, for us to be able to use that value and the report. So when this subject to completion is checked off, we always have to order a 1004D. So if this was a, no, I have to go back and update this, but let's say no, we need to answer what was not repaired. So usually they'll have notes. So if you go down to their comment section, this one's not going to have it because it's not a subject to, but in their comment section, they have a comment. They usually they'll let you know what needs to be fixed. So let's say a windowsill needs to be fixed, or the, I don't know, some flooring needs to be fixed, and it's showing like the way the flooring is seems hazardous. So whatever their comment is, we'll just put it in here. And again, if it's a subject to and that repair needs to be completed, we need to order a 1004D. That 1004D, we want to make sure when we are disclosing, we are inputting it into our initial disclosures. Even though not all files require this fee, it will cause a tolerance cure. So it's better that we have it at our initial stage and then just remove it when we get docs out if we didn't order a 1004D. Okay, if for whatever reason it's not done, then we need to request a COC. Let GIA know that if you notice that a 1004D was not disclosed, let Gia know so that she can request that COC. Regarding the repairs that needs to be done, if it's a refinance, let the LO know so that the LO can reach out to the borrower to make those changes, to make those repairs, complete those repairs. If it's a purchase, reach out to the LO and the listing agent to let them know that the repairs needs to be done, because what repairs needs to be done, and then they'll reach out to the seller to complete those repairs. Once you get confirmation from the LO or agent, whoever you ended up reaching out to, that the completion has been done or the repairs have been completed, you will let us know that the repairs are done, and then we'll assign, in this case, Vivian, who is helping us with the appraisal, order that 1004D. Okay. On our appraisal, if you scroll down to our pictures of the property, you want this water heater to be double strapped. So in this case, it's the bottom here, and it seems like this right here would be a strap too. So it has to be double strapped. There are some appraisals where it has a little box. Let me see if I can find one real quick. This doesn't have it. So this one is more visible. You can see double strapped. 1, 2. If we don't find a double strapped, if it's not double strapped, then we will also need to most likely to order a 1004D, because the underwriter will kick it back saying this needs to be double strapped. This one seems like it possibly not have a picture, but there is a note here. Water heater is found to be double strapped. So any notes or actual pictures we will require. See, 2 straps. Sometimes it's this little box. I can't seem to find an actual report that shows that box. But if it's that box, then there's no need for it to be double strapped. That box is more than enough to cover. So this tankless water heating system, no straps are required. So let me see if they have a picture. This is what a tankless water heater looks like. So if you can't find anything that says like water heater or tankless or double strapped, just if you have this picture here of this box, that's your water heater. Okay? Any questions?
None from me.
If your subject property is an investment, you need to make sure that the report has a rent schedule. It's going to be page on the actual report. It'll show rent schedule. Oh, let me see which one has. So want to know if they did this, your property, if the occupant here, if it's owner checked off, that means it's a primary. If a tenant is checked off, that means it's usually for an investment property. If it's vacant, that means no one's living at the property. So in this case, this one is tenant is marked off. So let's see. Okay, so this one here, the 3 rental comparables have rents ranging from this much to this much. This doesn't have, let me see. So they usually let us know what the value or the market rent is for our subject property. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, right here, total gross monthly rent. So this is the rent that they are using. So when we are checking our Calyx point, we need to make sure that the rent amount that we're using for our subject property, usually here, is this If it's not, we need to update it. Again, this would be at a 75% rate. If our DTI changes, then we need to let the LO know, hey, the market rent came back lower. Our DTI is now at whatever percentage our rent is, or DTI is. This did you run SSRs? That is something that Vivian is also helping me run. When we do require these SSRs, they should be saved within our folder that we are creating for our appraisal. So in this case, we did run SSRs here. So just click yes. And then when we open up these SSRs, this collateral review here, our score is 1.4. And then this Fannie Mac here, the collateral risk here is 1.5. So this, if it's 2.5 or higher, we put yes. If not, then just no. If it is higher, note that we might have to order a desk review. So you would always have to verify our conditional approval if the underwriter requested to order that desk review.